Hello everybody. This is a video I'm titling The Beginning of Everything. In it, I wish to discuss current theories and place a few more possibilities to explain the evidence we have out there as to the beginning of the universe. These are only theories, open for discussion. You may not agree with my views on this. That's okay. Science is far from a perfect thing, and we learn more and things change as we learn more. Thank you. Let us begin. First, according to the Big Bang, everything was nothing. And then everything was crammed into one little tiny dot, smaller than this point. Everything in the universe started as this little dot. This dot then began to spin, and suddenly the dot exploded and gave us everything we now know in the universe. All the matter and material. This is the current theory of the Big Bang. This theory is derived from evidence found by Edward Hubble when he discovered that all the galaxies seemed to have a red shift, meaning that they were moving away from us at an incredible rate. Also, radio telescopes and other means picked up background radiation showing the radiation of the expanding universe. This is the current theory and the reasons behind it. I do not hold entirely to this view. There are things in the universe which cannot be explained by this theory. We'll now go further into that. First off, the point is spinning, according to the theory. Spinning rapidly, very rapidly, before it explodes. When it explodes, anyone that knows the conservation of movement, angular momentum, knows that when an object's spinning, objects coming off that spinning object will spin in the same direction. This is not shown in the universe, where we have planets and moons which orbit and rotate in different directions. Also, not all galaxies are moving away. Currently, the Andromeda galaxy is heading directly towards us. Other galaxies are colliding with each other. We ourselves in this galaxy has collided with other galaxies. When an object explodes, pieces of that object hurl in every direction away from that explosion. They do not run into each other and form other objects. This just simply does not happen. This is the biggest argument against the Big Bang. As for the expanding universe, it is not shown to be expanding so much as simply changing. When they look out with these radio telescopes and microwave telescopes, they see an image of background radiation. This image does change over time, but everything in the universe is moving, so it would change over time. Therefore, though this is evidence that might point towards this, it is not proof of it. Hawking also had trouble with the Big Bang and expressed a different theory which would explain the evidence seen. I have another theory which I would like to express. It goes something like this. The early universe was made up of particles smaller than the atom, maybe smaller than the quark. We do not know. I believe these particles did not have any motion. There was no motion at all in the early universe. That these particles had no charge, neither positive nor negative. Therefore, let us label these particles. Close-up of one here. Let's label them neutral particles, or NP. Having no charge, they simply sat there with no motion, no gravity, or any other force working upon them. They simply sat and did nothing, neither colliding into each other nor attracting each other. These particles were unevenly distributed throughout the known universe. Having no charge, no attraction, no repulsion, they just simply sat there motionless until a force from outside moved upon them. This force then acted upon these neutral particles, causing them to move for the first time in every direction. Some of them then began to collide into one another and created something similar to static energy, giving these particles then a charge of either neutral, negative, or positive charges. This then caused collisions and attractions, which then created miniature explosions, maybe even large explosions, which then caused these charges to increase, which also then caused them to form into atoms, most likely hydrogen at first. This then caused a greater attraction because of their numbers. They began to be attracted towards one another, spinning and swirling in masses, until eventually they formed gravitational fields which swirled together, which then, with the pressure of this new gravity, which is just forming, created the stars we now see. These early stars then would explode in supernovas, distributing the matter which is needed to create planets and other objects which we now see. In both instances, there had to be some beginning force, some creative force which started it all in motion. The Bible does a good job in showing this in the first chapter of Genesis. This radiation can be seen everywhere because God is everywhere, and this energy is in everything we know. The light traveling from those distant stars is another topic altogether, and I will discuss that some other time. This is only one theory of many. I submit this to your approval or disapproval. Peace, love, and understanding to you all. Have a good day.